Why talking about mortality matters after 75. Did you know that after the age of 70, just 4 health conditions are responsible for more than 70% of deaths in America? Sounds shocking, doesn't it? But it's true. According to the CDC and the National Institute on Aging, while people today are living longer than ever, they're also facing higher risks from a small group of powerful health threats. Now, why should we talk about this? Because knowledge is not fear, it's power. And after 70, even small daily choices can make the difference between struggling with illness or living stronger, longer, and with independence. Let me share a quick story. In Texas, Mr. Robert, a 78-year-old retired teacher, once believed that memory lapses, fatigue, and shortness of breath were just normal aging. But after learning that most health declines aren't inevitable and that prevention works, he started walking 20 minutes a day, adjusted his diet, and went for regular checkups. 2 years later, he still enjoys gardening and even plays with his grandkids without gasping for air. That's the lesson here. Aging brings risks, yes, but it also brings the chance to act smarter. Small, consistent habits can truly add years to your life and life to your years. In this video, we'll uncover the 4 leading causes of death after 75, and most importantly, how you can prevent them. From heart disease, cancer, stroke, to respiratory illnesses, we'll break each one down with simple steps, science-backed strategies, and real stories of seniors who changed their futures. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's begin this important journey together. Because life after 75 is not just about counting years, it's about making every year count. Let's start with the number 1 cause: heart disease. Heart disease, still the number 1 killer. Heart disease has been the leading cause of death in America for decades, and sadly, after age 75, the risk only grows stronger. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 4 deaths among adults over 75 is caused by heart disease. That includes heart attacks, heart failure, and complications from high blood pressure or clogged arteries. Why does this happen? As we age, our blood vessels naturally stiffen, cholesterol builds up, and the heart muscle itself may weaken. Add in years of habits like poor diet, smoking, or lack of exercise, and the risk multiplies. The National Institute on Aging confirms that lifestyle, not just genetics, plays a huge role in whether seniors develop heart disease or stay heart healthy. Let me share a story. In Ohio, Mrs. Linda, a 79-year-old grandmother, was rushed to the hospital after a mild heart attack. Doctors told her it wasn't just bad luck. It was years of unchecked high blood pressure and a diet heavy in processed foods. But here's the good news. With small changes, she turned things around. She started walking with her church friends every morning, swapped soda for water, and added more vegetables to her plate. 2 years later, her doctor proudly told her, "Your numbers look better than many people in their 60s. The lesson is clear. Heart disease is not inevitable. It's preventable and manageable if caught early. Regular checkups, balanced meals, and daily movement can literally save lives. Let me ask you, have you or someone you love ever had a heart scare? What small lifestyle change made the biggest difference? Share in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And remember, the same habits that protect your heart also guard against another major threat after 75, cancer. So let's move into the next part to uncover how seniors can reduce their cancer risk. Cancer. Understanding risks in later life. After age 75, cancer becomes one of the most feared diagnoses. According to the American Cancer Society, nearly 60% of all cancer cases occur in people over 65, and the risk increases with every passing year. Why? As we age, our cells accumulate damage from a lifetime of exposures, sunlight, toxins, poor diet, and even normal wear and tear of DNA. Our immune system also becomes less efficient at detecting and destroying abnormal cells, making it easier for cancer to take hold. But here's something hopeful. Prevention and early detection save lives. The National Cancer Institute has shown that regular screenings, such as mammograms, colonoscopies, and low-dose CT scans for smokers, dramatically reduce mortality in seniors. Lifestyle also matters. Diets rich in vegetables, less red meat, and maintaining a healthy weight can cut cancer risk significantly. Let me share a story. Mr. Robert, 77, from Florida, ignored his doctor's advice to get a colonoscopy because he felt fine. A year later, he was diagnosed with colon cancer at stage 3. Thankfully, treatment worked, but his recovery was long and painful. Contrast that with his neighbor, Mrs. Janet, 74, who did her screening on time and discovered polyps early. They were removed before turning cancerous, and she went on living her normal life without major issues. The lesson is clear. Ignoring screenings or thinking it won't happen to me can be dangerous. Taking proactive steps, whether through diet, screenings, or lifestyle, can mean the difference between a long, healthy life and years lost to illness. Let me ask you, when was the last time you or a loved one had a preventive screening? Do you believe early detection can save lives? Share your thoughts in the comments. It may inspire someone else watching. And remember, while cancer is a major threat, there's another health risk that can strike suddenly and leave lasting damage: stroke. Let's move into the next part to understand how to recognize and prevent it. Stroke, a preventable emergency. A stroke is often called a brain attack, and for good reason. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, stroke is the 5th leading cause of death in the U.S., and nearly 3/4 of all strokes occur in people over age 65. The scary part? A stroke can happen suddenly without warning and leave lasting disabilities. But here's the hopeful part. The American Heart Association confirms that up to 80% of strokes are preventable through lifestyle changes and timely medical care. What actually causes a stroke? In most cases, it's either a blood clot blocking blood flow to the brain or a vessel that bursts. Risk factors like high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, and smoking all increase the likelihood. The National Institute on Aging emphasizes that managing blood pressure is the single most important step seniors can take, since high blood pressure alone is responsible for nearly half of all strokes. Let me share a real story. Mr. Allen, 79, from Ohio, loves salty snacks and often skipped his blood pressure meds because he felt fine. One morning he collapsed while gardening. It was a stroke. Though he survived, he struggled with speech and mobility for months. Compare this with Mrs. Clara, 76, who faithfully checked her blood pressure, walked daily, and ate more fruits and vegetables. When her doctor spotted early warning signs, they adjusted her medication, and she never experienced a stroke. The lesson here is clear. Don't ignore silent risks like high blood pressure just because you feel okay. Prevention is much easier than recovery. Let me ask you, do you or someone you love monitor blood pressure regularly? Have you made any lifestyle changes to lower your stroke risk? Share in the comments. Your experience might help someone else. And now, while stroke is one of the sudden emergencies, there's another set of diseases that quietly weaken the body over time. Respiratory diseases like COPD and pneumonia. Let's explore those next. Respiratory diseases, COPD, pneumonia. When we think of aging, most people worry about the heart or memory, but one of the most underestimated threats after 75 is respiratory disease, especially chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and pneumonia. According to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, COPD is the 4th leading cause of death in the U.S., and older adults are far more vulnerable to severe infections like pneumonia because the immune system weakens with age. So why are these illnesses so dangerous? COPD slowly narrows airways, making each breath harder. Pneumonia, on the other hand, can strike suddenly, filling the lungs with fluid. The CDC reports that seniors over 65 account for more than 80% of pneumonia-related deaths in the U.S. What's alarming is that both conditions often begin quietly: a lingering cough, shortness of breath when climbing stairs, or fatigue that feels like just getting older. But ignoring these early warning signs can be life-threatening. Here's a real story. Mrs. Jenkins, 82, from Arizona, thought her constant cough was simply part of aging. She delayed seeing her doctor until one winter she developed pneumonia and ended up in the hospital. It took months for her to regain her strength. Contrast this with Mr. Rivera, 78, who got his flu shot and pneumonia vaccine every year, stayed active with light exercise, and saw his doctor when breathing became difficult. He managed COPD symptoms for years and continued enjoying walks with his grandchildren. The lesson here is clear. Prevention and early action save lives. Vaccinations, regular checkups, and avoiding smoking or secondhand smoke make an enormous difference. Let me ask you, have you or someone close to you ever faced pneumonia or breathing difficulties? What small steps are you taking to protect your lungs today? Share your thoughts in the comments. It could encourage someone else to take action. Now that we've explored heart disease, cancer, stroke, and respiratory illness, the 4 biggest threats, let's step back and look at something encouraging. The lifestyle changes proven to lower all-cause mortality after 75. Lifestyle changes that lower all-cause mortality after 75. We've talked about the 4 leading causes of death after 75: heart disease, cancer, stroke, and respiratory illnesses. They sound overwhelming, but here's the hopeful truth. Science shows that simple daily lifestyle changes can lower the risk of all of them at once. According to the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, seniors who maintain 5 habits: balanced diet, regular physical activity, no smoking, moderate alcohol, and healthy weight, live on average 10-14 years longer than those who don't. The CDC also highlights that even starting these habits after 70 still makes a measurable difference. So what does this look like in real life? It's choosing water or herbal tea over soda. It's taking a 20-minute walk after dinner instead of sitting right down. It's getting your flu and pneumonia shots on time. Small, consistent actions protect not only your body, but also your independence. The lesson is simple. You're never too old to take back control. A few small changes today could mean more time with your family, more energy to enjoy life, and less fear of illness tomorrow. Let me ask you, which small habit are you going to start today? Drinking more water, walking more often, or getting that checkup you've been delaying? Share your answer in the comments. You may inspire someone else to begin. Before we close, if you found this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Your support helps us reach more seniors with life-changing health tips. And remember this, life after 75 can still be strong, meaningful, and full of joy. Your choices today are the seeds of tomorrow's years. How to live strong after 75. Number 1, protect your heart. Walk 20 minutes daily and eat more vegetables. Number 2, defend your brain. Sleep 7 to 8 hours and keep learning something new. Number 3, stay strong. Do light strength exercises, resistance bands, or body weight. And number 4, breathe easy. Get your flu and pneumonia vaccines. 4, eat smart. Limit processed foods and add more fiber. Number 5, cut risks. No smoking and keep alcohol moderate. Number 6, hydrate. 6 to 8 cups of water or herbal tea daily. Number 7, stay connected. Call a friend, join a community, or volunteer.